people. It is Wednesday, the 5th of June. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And of course, we are always hosted by the best. So introduce yourself, Achilles.
The comedy man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
All right, then. And I am your boy, Big Marks from the east side of the bridge. Just doing my Twitter repost. Make sure you go on X or whatever it's called. Repost that shit. Gang. And yeah, well, go on, man. How's everybody doing this morning?
All good, man. All good. Can't complain. You know, sun's out. Energizing my black skin. You know, so yeah, can't complain, man. Can't complain. How are you?
I'm all right, I'm all right. Sun's shining. You get what I'm trying to say? How you doing, Brent?
I'm all right, thank you very much. How was your morning yesterday?
It was all right. I just went and done an airport run.
Mm.
You get me? So when you get the call, needs must, you know?
Yeah, I love that people can rely on you, man. I love that people can rely on you, man.
I'm a reliable person, you know?
Straight.
Plus, when the shoe's on the other foot and I need picking up from the airport, it gets done.
Amen.
You get me?
Get me. Cool.
Oh, I'll be flying out again soon. Don't worry, guys.
What you doing?
Huh?
What you doing?
I'm going Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
Not till July, though.
Okay.
So.
What do you plan to do there?
Huh?
What do you plan to do there, and how long do you plan to stay?
I'm only going for a week. I'm just going to turn up, let my hair down, go do some networking, do some pods, maybe see if I can pattern up some pen game stuff. You know?
First time there?
Yeah, I ain't been before, yeah.
Okay.
But it's going to be in the heat of the summer, so the weather's going to be nice. It's supposed to be good. I look forward to it, man.
Yeah, their maple syrup is nice.
Hmm?
Their maple syrup is nice.
Oh, what's that? Chicken and waffles and thing?
Yes.
Do you do that? You don't
Yes.
strike me as a maple syrup on fried chicken, man.
Why?
That's just not the vibe I get from you.
So I do a when in Rome type thing.
Okay.
If
when in Rome.
Yeah. So I work out to eat well whilst I am in my monotonous routine at home. But when it is, I go to a function, I take my lactose tablets to eat cake. So whilst I'm there, I don't look to basically be a party pooper.
Yeah. Get involved.
Yeah.
So if it's waffles and fried chicken, that's what it does.
120%.
No, I hear that. I hear that. Your waffles and maple syrup, man. Fried chicken.
Yeah. Fried tofu.
American. Oh yeah, shit. Oh yeah, you're screwed, man. Fucking hell. Don't know good things. Just not that to experience good things, man. That's crazy.
No, in my sinful days when I was eating all the animal products, yeah, I enjoyed it as well, man.
This is in my sinful days.
Yeah.
Do you prefer American breakfast or English breakfast?
I think English might edge it, you know? I think English might edge it.
English is top tier, but there's something to be said for that sweet stuff in the morning.
100%.
Pancakes, donuts, ice cream. They go for it. Their breakfast is basically dessert.
Wait. Donuts and ice cream for breakfast?
I've seen it.
No.
Or like when they cater for everyone in the mornings, if you go on like a all-inclusive holiday and then you got like, and it's breakfast mode, they've got their version of an English breakfast, which is not really English, is whack. Then you got the breakfast of whatever country that you're in, their style, and they got like Mediterranean breakfast and whatever it may be. Then you got the American breakfast. The American breakfast is the pancakes, the donuts, the cakes, the treats. That's what it is. That section is the American section. There's always donuts in the morning. I can always get donuts and thing in the morning.
That's not a thing, though. It might be at a hotel, I guess, because...
What about with the police when they're always eating coffee and donuts in the morning?
No ice cream, though.
No, but...
Okay. Ice cream might have been a stretch, guys.
It's a donut shop. They can get that all day.
Yeah, but they like it first thing in the morning.
Don't start talking like
no, because the donuts
agree
is
with
true.
him.
No, I don't give the ice creams, but the donut, that's true.
What is true?
The
have
they get
donuts.
in the morning.
I didn't say they don't get it in the morning, but it's not breakfast.
I believe it is. I believe like all them sweet things, like they're savoury, they're sweet. Their breakfast is a sweet thing.
Talk to me about bacon. I'll be like, yeah. 100%.
And they put maple syrup
For
on
example,
bacon.
When it is that we watch these particular shows on Netflix or TV regularly, and it comes from America, and you see the cafe,
Yeah.
right? When they go in, do they normally serve up donuts?
I think that's where the boy them go and get donuts in the morning. So the boy them get donuts and coffee, and other people get pancakes, and then you get bacon and fried chicken and waffles. I think that's the whole. Yeah,
It's weird because I never
I think
see.
I think donuts is part of the package.
I never see the whole donut thing on the table in a home in America. I've seen orange
This
juice. I've
is
seen
true.
bacon.
Pancakes piled up.
Yeah, but I've never seen the donuts. So when I'm saying yes, you can purchase donuts. The cops can purchase because apparently that's all they eat.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. It's all the cops eat.
Yeah. But
Officer Wiggums.
I don't know if it's a pastime. It's a tradition in the actual home.
Well, someone said he is right. That's all I need. That is all I need. So I need, guys. Sweet bacon also. What's sweet bacon? Is that different?
Glazed bacon,
Glazed with syrup.
sugar.
All
That
this stuff
sounds
is-
unhealthy, man.
All of this is unhealthy. All of this is disgusting. Honestly, I remember one time. I think it was just a few days ago. I remember seeing someone on YouTube, just one of them shorts, and he's talking about this burger, and I thought to myself, back in the day, I probably would have thought, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's like 3 patties in there, cheese, all that sort of stuff, caramelized onions. I looked at it, and I just thought, this is death. You know what I'm saying? Like not in the vegan way where everything's death, all that, none of that crazy stuff. But just like you're just killing yourself with this stuff.
Yeah, because some of those joints that there, especially the way Americans cook it and stuff, and they be glazing it in barbecue sauce and just like some of it, you look like you can feel your cholesterol rising
man,
with
100%.
every bite. Like the consumption is not safe. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they're on a mad flow. And I watch on American TV, and the adverts are bonkers.
Hey, I'll have you right.
Go on.
I typed in ChatGPT, are donuts normally eaten as breakfast? Yes. Donuts are commonly eaten as breakfast in many cultures, especially in the United States.
Come on.
They are often enjoyed with coffee and can be found in many breakfast cafes, bakeries, and coffee shops.
Told you.
Donuts are considered a sweet treat and are typically available in various flavors and styles, such as glazed, chocolate-filled, and topped with sprinkles or other decorations.
then
While
got
they
me.
are popular for breakfast, they can also be eaten as a snack or dessert at any time of the day.
See, and they got me. Ain't you noticed that? Ain't you see me eating yum yums in there sometimes in the morning? That's because the Americans got me, man. We're trying to mix the two. No, but nice, like you can have dessert at breakfast, so I can have a normal breakfast with a little dessert, like a little yum yum or a little donut.
America really is the land of whatever it is that you want, isn't it?
Wherever
At
you want to
any
be.
time you want it.
Yeah, anything you want to do. It's land of the free.
God damn.
You ain't got any good mornings to go through, is it? We missed that.
Yes. Good morning, chat. Love you.
Short and sweet.
I have to get out here early.
All right, cool. That's great. Shall we read some Spotify comments?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, Simp Wincy says, as a nurse, masks are not unnecessary. Be a conspiracy theorist, fine, but sometimes common sense. This desire to have gotcha moments disregards reality that some people are immunocompromised.
See what I'm saying? Obviously, that's the shot being it, right?
They weren't even like proper masks, if that makes sense. Like any type of face covering, like loose face coverings with gaps in it is fine. You know what I'm trying to say? If it was like proper, like she's a nurse, so she's probably got proper PPE in it. They got joints that's nothing's getting in, nothing's getting out apart from oxygen. Fine. But I think like the average masks on these streets were absolute foolishness.
It still makes sense. It kind of reduces the spread of the moisture coming out of your mouth, right?
Reduces, yeah.
All right, so
No, but you have this is the thing, right? You have to look at the trade-offs. In life, everything there's trade-offs, yeah? the reality is, and this is from the article, Fauci himself talking about how he made up these things. It's no one's saying to you, if you stay bloody 1,000 meters away from somebody, oh, it means nothing. If you're obviously closer, there's a higher chance. It's all about probability. But the reality is, the trade-offs were, by putting these masks on, right, it made certain things difficult. Kids' speech underdeveloped. And for all of these things that occurred, that's just one thing, right? And we, again, just go back to the previous 2 episodes where we actually broke it down. With all of these things that were problems, right, or I guess just products of having these masks, was it worth having the mask? That's what it's about. It's not saying, oh, it does absolutely nothing. Of course it does something. But is it worth, is there significant gain from this? That's the point of it. No one's stupid to think, standing a particular distance away from somebody absolutely does nothing. But is it worth what we went through? Is the mental health, is it worth those things? Kids' education is messed up and all sorts of stuff. And we're just talking about, oh yeah, it means nothing, use common sense. The common sense part of it is asking yourself, are all these things that were put in place, did they have real significant scientific backing? And the man who led the entire thing, Fauci, is telling you he made it up. You're still believing him.
Humans, man.
I'm not sure if it is that the person was saying that they believe him in totality.
No,
it was
that's
more so just offending the use of the mask.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to... You have to understand what's being said, though. And this is what I'm saying to you. It's not a case of... I don't think the average person just thinks it's absolutely useless. This is why most people used it. You know what I'm saying? In the same way, why would you tell people cover your mouth when you cough? Why would you do any of these things? It's acting as though this complete no moisture that comes through when you do this. Of course something can come through. But the point is, for all the things that we lost by implementing these things, was it worth it? And when the people at the top are telling you now, right, that there was significant loss, there was depression, there was kids who can't even speak properly, all sorts of stuff, right? Again, just go back to the previous episode where we actually read the article out, right? You can ask yourself, wait a minute, was this really worth it? Was this really worth it? And that's what's being asked. If, for example, you believe what they're saying and you just feel like, okay, cool, I took the injection and, I don't want anybody to make me feel guilty about it, then fine, that's your own something. You know what I mean? But don't act as though, like, what's being said is nonsense. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, cool. And Chikukuanesu
Nailed it.
says, to say vaccines caused cancer and blood clots is wild. Didn't win or lose anything by taking the vaccine or not take it. Correlations are not absolute. It was a choice. No one forced you to do either. This person took the vaccine, didn't it?
Most definitely. How can you say you didn't lose or gain nothing? There are people suing AstraZeneca right now for millions and hundreds of thousands, right? Because they lost something. Brain damage. They lost brain capacity. Right now, there's an article here saying AstraZeneca withdraws COVID vaccine worldwide after admitting it can cause rare blood clots. AstraZeneca said that, not Emmanuel. AstraZeneca said that. You can't say it's wild when the people who gave you the vaccine tell you it's causing blood clots. Don't hate me, hate the... You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, don't hate the player, hate the game, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's saying that this was the case for everyone. But when people are giving you the information that they're not making it up, you can't deny the facts. Again, this is not someone's, basement lab expert opinion. AstraZeneca themselves have withdrew the actual vaccine. They themselves.
Hey, I don't know what I won by not taking a vaccine, but I feel like I won something. Also, though, the people that I know took it haven't lost anything, to be honest. Because did I say this? I said yes. So rude. Everybody that I know took it is absolutely fine. God bless. God.
Yeah, thank God for
inshallah.
that. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still glad I didn't take it. You get me?
Same.
So yeah, no one I know has won or lost anything. Maybe a bit of pride, but that's about it.
It's a blessing the way I see it is, because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people out there who, and to me, there's no coincidence. And again, Brent, even though Brent's a conspiracy theorist, right? He will tell you this himself. I'm pretty sure he's seen people, or at least heard of loads of videos being shut down. I think we even spoke about this on the show as well. People who are putting up Facebook posts trying to create groups of people who have suffered irreparable damage because they've taken the vaccine. It didn't lead to blood clots. It didn't lead to those things that people, I guess, are suing these companies for. But they've seen a significant change in how they just operate on a day-to-day. You can't necessarily say that it didn't cost you anything. There are people telling you it did by the thousands.
That's true.
Fernand said that's not exactly what they said. They said there are more effective vaccines, so that's why they've withdrawn. We need to fact check these, man.
Independent.co.uk. AstraZeneca is withdrawing its vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine worldwide, months after the pharma giant admitted the drug could cause very rare but life-threatening injuries. Right? That's just the first paragraph. I'm not making this up.
No, to be honest, I'm all through COVID. I've been tuned into Redacted. Redacted is a channel on YouTube, and they were skeptical right from the jump, and all of the scientists and doctors that were being silenced and their accounts banned on Twitter whilst this was going on, they basically went on there to basically do interviews and whatnot. And that's when it is that you're first starting hearing about how Fauci and his organization was actually funding the gain of function research in Wuhan. And bit by bit, incrementally, it started bleeding into the public discourse. And then certain senators kind of picked up on it, and they started basically saying, we need to basically bring this guy Fauci in to get interviewed or whatever. And that's when it is, I heard more about what was happening, and then more information started coming out. And that's when they were like, all right, cool, we need to get in the necks of these particular pharmaceutical companies. And this is why they're only now looking to say this stuff in independent. But I read yesterday, they're doing a full-on... Oh, hold on, let me find it instead and read it. I read it yesterday. It just came out yesterday. Hold on. Continue talking to me.
All right, yeah. While you're reading that, I want to read another source. So this is from the Telegraph. Of course, you don't may doubt the sources, but at least you know it's not from me, right? This is about one of the cases in court where there's going to be a multi-million-pound legal payout. You can Google it, Telegraph. Again, I'm not making it up. And this is about a man by the name of James Scott, who's the father of two, who was left with a permanent brain injury after developing a blood clot and a bleed on the brain that's prevented him from working after he received the vaccine in April 2021. The hospital called his wife 3 times to tell her that her husband was about to die. Right? Obviously, AstraZeneca is contesting the claims, but it says here very clearly, but they have accepted the same thing I said before, that in these cases, it can cause TTS, right? Which is thrombosis by thrombocytopenia syndrome, right? Which causes people to have blood clots and a low blood platelet count. So victims and grieving relatives right now, they're seeking damages estimated to be worth £100 million. You know what I'm saying? So, again...
But I think that during these times when we're making these particular comments, we are speaking because we are mostly frustrated with the lies that we're told.
Precisely,
right?
100%.
And we feel responsible because we have a platform to kind of bring this to the fore, right?
Yeah.
But when we're doing it sometimes, to the people who have taken it, it could sound as though we are calling them stupid, foolish, naive, blah, blah, blah. And
that's not
innately they're going to be defensive, Emmanuel.
100%. But this is why I said yesterday, I believe it was in the outro yesterday, I was saying, this is not to make people feel bad for certain things. We understand the effects, but we have to be also question things, because a lot of the time we question these authorities about certain things in everyday life. Why is it that we don't question them as much as we should when it comes to putting things in our bodies that after it's in there, we have no control over? You know what I'm saying? We could die from. Why are we so quick to defend them in that particular area, but in others, not necessarily? That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say people are dumb. Not at all. Because I understand, like, the panic, when they're showing you all the numbers, we already know the impact of the media. We know this. I don't think people are dumb at all. But what I am saying is, once we've seen the data and it's telling us that potentially we could have been wrong, potentially we could have put ourselves at risks, right? Just as much as we could have protected ourselves. Let's not act as though that side doesn't exist. Because it does. The company's telling you themselves it can cause this. Victims are telling you themselves it can cause this. You know what I'm saying? Granted, again, many people probably their lives were saved by taking it. But I'm just saying, let's not just focus on that. Let's focus on those who suffered from it. And also, let's also remember the lies we were told that pushed us to take it. That's also a big thing that we need to talk about as well.
So the Telegraph it was yesterday, the 4th of June, ran an article. Reads, COVID vaccines may have helped fuel a rise in excess deaths. Experts call for more research into side effects and possible links to mortality rates. And I can't see it now because I'll have to pay for it. But people are getting angry.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years. But there are rumors that there's a new strain. I think what's the guy that calls up all the time?
Go ahead.
Rob. Bad
Oh,
Rob.
yeah, Black Rob, yeah.
Black Rob. Bad Rob. Freudian slip. Black Rob pointed me out to a new strain of, I don't know if it's the same strain. I don't know if it's from the same strain, but they were saying that it's more deadly than the previous. But we need to be completely awake. Doesn't matter what it is comes around the corner.
100%.
We need to be awake because we saw how it affected the entire nation over those 2 years. So we can't blindly, like zombies, walk into the same thing so quickly. But I need to be kinder when I'm talking about this kind of stuff.
But it's because you're passionate about it too, because you know what's at stake potentially. You know what I'm saying? It's not, again, if it comes across that, you know what I mean? But it's not to make people feel bad, but it's to, like you're saying, Brent, something could be coming around the corner. Let's be wise.
With
you know
everybody, it's like the same thing. Seeing is always believing in it. And these people ain't going to be happy until there's some big expose and they uncover the truth and tell us exactly what we know anyway. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't understand why people trust humans or governments anyway, because we've been there long enough and we've got big enough sample sizes to see that they don't give a shit about people, and they gave people stuff that's not been good for them in multiple instances and circumstances, and fucked people up and ruined generations of people. This is things that they do. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm asking why would they do that. I ain't got the answer. I don't know why they do these things, but these are things that they do. So it's very much possible. Do you get what I'm saying? And just the way. It was just all the fear-mongering and stuff. I don't think anybody... There was no... Well, for me, there was a right or a wrong choice. But for some people, I feel like they wouldn't feel like that at all. For some people, they never had no other choice. Yeah. Everything made sense, whether it be, like I'm saying, for their work and their livelihood, whether it to be because they live with vulnerable people, whether it, like, everybody's circumstances are different, innit? There were some people that it doesn't matter what you say to them, you can't tell them that wasn't the right choice for them to make. 100%. And if they're still here and everybody's alive and kicking and well, then who are you to tell them it was the wrong choice? You get what I mean?
100%.
But someone just sent this in. You can actually get a vaccine damage.
Oh, compensation.
Yeah.
Oh, Loon should sign up for that.
It's so funny because we were watching the debate yesterday and Von sent for Loon out of nowhere. It's so funny. So funny. Poor Loons. Yeah, so put the site in the chat. So if it is that you know anybody who had damage, y'all can get some peas.
Like I said, thank God everybody I know that took it is fine.
Yeah.
You get me? So there's always that.
Look at that first thing it says. If you're severely disabled as a result of a vaccination against certain diseases, you could get one-off payment, tax-free payment, 120k. But
And
I mean,
Telegram.
That's an investment. It's a long-term investment.
But yeah, anyhow.
Anyway, yeah, let's start our show then, man. Let's get into these headlines.
I nearly pressed end card. I wouldn't have done it. Good way.
All right, so our first headline, major hospitals in London, including King's College Hospital, Guy's and St. Thomas, have declared a critical incident due to a cyber attack. So the attack led to cancelled operations and diverted emergency patients. The affected hospitals are partnered with Synovis, which is a provider of pathology services. Services like blood transfusions and test results have been significantly impacted. Some procedures have been redirected to other NHS providers. GP services in several London boroughs have also been affected. Synovus confirmed that they were the victim of a ransomware cyber attack. Emergency care remains available, and updates will be provided on service impact. So guys, I don't know, if you don't need to go to hospital in an emergency, double check that you can go there and still get everything you need. Next headline takes us to India, where our fellow brothers and sisters over there, basically, they've just finished an election. So Narendra Modi has claimed victory along with his coalition partners in the India election by his Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. But yeah, his particular party, though, they've fallen short of an overall majority. So a total of 272 seats are needed for a majority in India's lower house of parliament. But the BJP is currently ahead in only 242 seats. Exit polls had initially suggested that Modi would win an overwhelming majority, but the actual results differ. If the BJP doesn't achieve an outright majority, it is expected to form a coalition government. Modi could secure a third consecutive term as Prime Minister if he leads a coalition. And the counting of the 642 million votes began with around half tallied so far. And our last headline takes us to Ethiopia. Trigger warning on this one, guys. And a new report by the United States-based New Lines Institute provides compelling evidence that Ethiopian forces committed genocidal acts during the Tigray War 2020 to 2022. The report states that Ethiopian forces, along with Eritrean defense forces and regional militia, had the intent to destroy Tigrayans as an ethnic group. The report identifies at least 4 acts constituting genocide, such as killing Tigrayans, causing serious harm, deliberately inflicting harsh conditions, and preventing Tigrayan births. Certain social media posts have also pointed out as constituting public incitement to genocide as well. The authors call for Ethiopia to be brought before the International Court of Justice, emphasizing the need for accountability for war crimes and crimes against humanity. Sad, man. But that's it for our headlines.
All right, then let's get into what you saying topic of the day.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day is going to be about what happened yesterday. Big up everyone who was in the Discord yesterday. I moved over to the YouTube where we all watched the watch along, the Sunak and Starmer debate. You know what I'm saying? That everyone was in the chat doing their thing, talking about what they see and whatnot. It was very good, it was very engaging. But I want to get your first thoughts, guys. And then obviously we'll dig beneath the surface. Brent, what's your thoughts?
I think that my hot take is that Starmer won.
Yeah?
Just cough. Calm down, no.
Sorry, it was the vaccine.
Yeah, I felt he won. That's my hot take. What's your hot take, Marks?
I couldn't finish it, man. For whatever reason, I knew we was going to be talking about it, yeah. But for whatever reason, I remember I told you, I've got real issues with both of the leaderships. I don't like either of these men. And it just wasn't gripping me. Then when they're arguing over each other and the woman couldn't control them, and I don't know, it just lost me. I said, you know what? I can't watch this. Let me turn it over. I was thinking, what else is on? I put Love Island on. I said, what the hell am I doing here? I said, what is this bullshit? This nonsense. I couldn't even watch that, bro. I just had to go to bed. I'm sorry. But from what I did see, when Rishi's sticking it on Keir, he never really had like answers. He was doing a lot of general sweeping statements and stuff. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to pattern up. And man's looking at him in his grill saying, how, Killy? You keep telling me you're going to do this stuff. How are you going to do it? And he constantly, like, time and time again, he never really had answers. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if it's, Brett, he don't want to be giving his game plan away too early, but I feel like that's the whole point. I feel like that's the point.
Exactly.
The debate. He's moving like he's got a playoff game coming up and he don't want to give away his tactics.
Keeping some in the top, yeah.
He's slick. This is what he's moving like. After I've got a question right there. Maybe Donny ain't got no plan. Like, who knows? I don't know, Brent.
Nah,
man.
that's the trick. That's wait. What was your hot take, Emmanuel?
Man, look.
Just a hot take.
All right.
Then you can expand.
Sunak's too sharp for him, you know. I think Sunak's too sharp for him.
We knew that going in though.
Yeah, but it was very evident. It was very evident to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right, that's your hot take, yeah? Cool. So, £2,000 tax raise, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that is true?
I don't know, though. I don't know.
But was it believable?
Yes.
Why? Because he said it a few times?
No, because I can see that being something that's possible.
The exact number?
Yeah, it won't be exactly 2,000. I'm assuming that's the average, though, isn't it? Yeah, why would it be 2,000 for every person? That's never the case. I just take that as an average. You know what I mean? Just like you say, the average household saves £562.
Yes.
It's never exactly the same. You know what I mean? It's just an average.
Can you remember how Keir addressed that?
He said it was absolute garbage.
And why did he say? How did he say he came up with a number? Sunak.
I can't remember. Tell me.
Right. No, I don't know specifics,
Okay.
but it was more like he had given some organization something, and then they fed him back this Swiss model on this annex, right?
Yeah.
But so he, it's as though he knew beforehand that he was going to go for the 2,000, and each time as he dropped it, because you can tell all Sunak was looking to do is, I need the sound bites so that the dumb, foolish British public will think it's true. And he kept on holding it. But that's the tactic, right?
Yeah,
that's the strategy.
Yeah.
What was Keir's strategy that basically combated that? What was his version of that strategy?
Kept mentioning this trust in 14 years.
Do you think that is more powerful than the £2,000?
100%, it has to be.
Why?
Because one is the reality right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've lived through 14 years.
All
of
right.
nonsense.
So in that sense, Keir won that bout.
No, he didn't.
Talk to me.
It's like Wilder having the big punch.
Yeah.
That's Liz Truss. You know what I'm saying? So he can stop the momentum of the other guy. But if the other
Did
guy
you say that's Liz Truss?
Yeah, that's the Liz Truss blow. That's the 14 years blow. You know what I'm saying? But the whole fight, Sunak's picking up rounds. So if he doesn't get Sunak out of there by the 12th round, Sunak will win on points.
Because of 2,000 future.
But it's not just that though. Sunak was saying other things.
No. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about the hottest
Cool.
mash.
All right.
Sunak was the 2,000 because he was holding in on that 2,000. Each time he had a chance, 2,000, right? And after a while, obviously Keir got frustrated. It's garbage.
Yeah.
But his version was, my friend, you've had 14 years.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about what you plan to do.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do it over the 14 years?
Yeah.
We are here. And you're saying that blow was less than the 2,000?
No, that's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying that should is the equalizer. That wins everything. You know what I'm saying?
14 years?
Yeah. 100%.
So you said, that's what I'm asking you, if it is that you felt that Keir walked away
That's
victorious.
what I'm trying to say to you. What I'm trying to say to you is, I don't think it stopped Sunak like that. You know what I'm saying? It stopped his momentum every now and again when he brought that to the forefront. But I still feel like Sunak made it to the end.
To be honest, I guess we have to look at it differently. Do you see Sunak as Margs? His disposition, you can look to swing. Even if he's on the floor bleeding, he's still cussing you out.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Like you ain't giving up. You know what I'm saying? And you got moves for anyone.
Because that's what he was doing.
That's what he was doing.
That is what he was doing. That was what he was doing. But fair enough. We knew that Sunak was slick tongue coming into the gaff, right?
Yeah.
And in that sense, Keir slightly impressed me.
Okay.
Because I thought he would completely collapse. He was given a lot of respect to the host, even though the host was basically allowing Sunak to take liberties.
over, yeah.
Do you understand? So she was like, all right, if it is that you're allowing me to basically talk to you like you're a boy, I'm going to talk to you like you're a boy. I'm not going to be doing that to Sunak because he doesn't respect me anyway. I'm a woman. That's how it came across. She was like, please. And he just continued going. But anyway. So his slip up was that he paid too much respect in that particular these particular moments. 45 seconds to answer anything is hogwash. Why did they even use that type of style of debate?
Boy, I don't know, man.
Especially seeing as, my friend, like, we're making a big decision now. 14 years is a decade and a bit. Do you understand? And we're looking to put faith in this man who a whole set of people don't trust anymore.
Yeah.
Right? They've seen so much bad news around the Labour government, Labour Party, that they're like, are we really making the right decision? Because it's 5 years, but it could be 5 long years, right? 45 seconds?
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, when it came to the Gaza question, you know, quickly,
Ooh.
first of all, the preamble that she made before she allowed him to answer, she was like, just so you know, Israel was attacked. Let's get this straight. Let's get it straight. And they responded. You know, she didn't mention anything about genocide. She didn't mention about disproportionate response. None of that kind of crap.
Yep.
And then she basically teed it up for them.
Yep.
And the wicked response that both of them gave, you could tell both of them were told, hey, when it comes to this point in time, we will make sure the host keeps it brief. We don't know no follow up this, that, and next. But this is the script both of you all need to basically run with.
Right, what did they say?
The
What was the
same thing.
response?
Basically.
The exact same thing.
And what was that?
So, you know, normally the opposition is supposed to now see an opportunity to, right, there's the weakness. Pow! None of them.
What was the
Sunak even said, yeah, I agree with such and such.
What was the response?
They were attacked. Then there was a response. Defense. Then it was, there needs to be a ceasefire. And then there needs to be a solution for a two-party, this, that, and the next. And then they kept it moving. Briefly. It lasted maybe
45 seconds.
No! Less than that. Less.
For real.
He didn't even use the 45 seconds. They didn't. And then none of them combated anybody. They just kept it moving.
Joke.
So 100%, I was like, why am I here? Why am I actually here? And even got a brown guy to ask the question.
Is it?
And he was obviously a plant.
Did it seem to appease the audience?
No, I don't think the audience didn't show us the footage of the audience.
Yeah, for real.
Like, keep that good. But that was very, 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 very disappointing. Seen as it's what everybody is talking about and concerned about right now. And they spent the less than the 45 seconds each in that particular segment. That's crazy.
It's a moot point for them. They can't run on it.
Yeah.
So I get why they would act like that. And it's the same thing. They can't. There's not going to be no one up on either side using like the
Because
debate because they're on the same. Because the same Spider-Man. So it don't make sense. It don't even make sense bringing it up. They can't run. Neither of them can run on it. You get me? So.
So do you think that if we get our money up, we can get our funny up? Manuel? What I'm saying is that it doesn't matter that we're like 4%. Yeah. If we like got bare money, we're bringing it to the table saying it, we'll fund all the campaigns you'll need to do, any of the initiatives, this and that. We will put the money in your bank. If we are donors, surely we can start swaying the big boys.
Yeah, lobbying, yeah. If you got the money, they need a lot of money for that, though.
Yeah,
a lot of money. What type of money?
Big bread.
What type of money?
Trillions.
No, I thought you were gonna say a type of people's money, but big money, old money, new money.
It's Arab money.
fair. Yeah, but the whole 14 years, it was a humdinger, man. I mean, it was, yeah. even though he spazzed out and he was waxing lyrical, Keir couldn't even look at Sunak.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, he was like, if I look at him, I'm not going to be as smooth and composed as possible. That was kind of evident.
Did you see that nice body blow that Sunak? It's going to sound like I'm supporting Sunak, but Sunak gave Starmer.
Tell
about
me
the Rwanda thing.
Explain how that's a body blow.
So, obviously, you know, Labour saying we're going to reverse the whole Rwanda thing, right? No one's going to Rwanda under us. Cool. Like, UK should take care of the responsibility, all this sort of stuff. We need to smash the gangs. That was another one of his phrases. All the gangs that are illegally bringing people into the country, those are the ones we need to sort out. I used to be a prosecutor for the CPS, all this other stuff that he was saying. It's like he was giving a job interview. Or in a job interview. And he was saying all this stuff in his CV and saying we need to smash the gang, yeah. This Sunak's like, okay, cool. I'm still going to get that plane up and running. Yeah, I'm still going to do my thing because we have to control, what's going on at our borders. Then the interviewer asks Sunak, so would you be against sending basically working with third-party countries, yeah, to send people there, sort of thing? And he was like, yes, I would be because because we need to thingy. And then Sunak's like, wait a minute. So you're okay with sending people from the UK to other countries? And then obviously everyone's then you try to backtrack, innit? Everyone's clocked that, wait a minute. So you are for Rwanda, just not Rwanda, essentially. So what's the difference? But he thought he was like the way Sunak teed it up. Yeah, you got him there.
Fair. How about when Rishi kept on saying that he has no big ideas after he just said like he in 2030 he's gonna be clean energy.
Like Sam was doing that all the time though. Huh? Like I'm gonna do this. Like, cool.
No, but what he was saying, they were big ideas. But Sunak was saying you have no big ideas.
Oh, okay. I think it's because Sunak was kind of coupling it with the fact that he hasn't got a plan to bring out to make those big ideas real. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like he was also saying.
Can I ask a question? Sunak was basically saying the British people, they need relief now or tomorrow.
Yeah. So
what my plan is just helping them deal with what they're currently going through, right? That's what they care about most. And then Keir is more so like, yeah, okay, but they're going through this because you've caused it, right? So I hear you saying you want to help them immediately, and you are suggesting that my plan is a long-term sustainable option. What do you think, Emmanuel, about that type of strategy? Which would the British public prefer? Tomorrow help, or put it in frameworks or structures so that they can be helped for a more sustainable period?
I think people prefer the now.
Can you explain that to me? Max, how about you?
Tomorrow help.
And are you saying that because next week may not come?
Because people are going through things now. And how they got here is not necessarily important. Whoever was the cause of it in the day is not necessarily important. The 14 years and all that stuff is not necessarily important when they got bills to pay, when their heating is not on, when they can't afford shopping, when they can't afford childcare. It doesn't matter. All the ifs and the buts and the whys and all that doesn't matter. It's the reality what matters, isn't it? And if people need help and if people need aid, they're going to go to who's giving it to them now. They're not even going to be thinking about next week. Because like what you're saying, next week might not come for them.
Do you think it's criminal for the Conservative government to cause that chaos right up until they call an election and then promise that they're going to basically help them out of that chaos?
Yeah, but it's also a good angle to go because everybody wants to come out of the chaos, innit? So the Labour can say, yeah, we're going to get you out of chaos, we're going to get you out of chaos. But if we're over here saying, we're going to get you out of chaos, and this is how we're going to get you out of chaos, yeah? And then when we shine it out over to Labour, we're saying, okay, cool, you are saying the same thing as us, but how do you intend to do this? And they don't have no plan there. That's scary for people.
When you say they don't have any plan, is it because you heard Rishi saying that?
Because I haven't heard him say what his plan is.
When you say you haven't heard him say what his plan is,
we haven't heard the plan. We don't know whether the way the cutback's going to be. We don't know where the extra money's going to come from taxes.
Myself because
are we lowering public spending?
I realized you didn't watch it, so I can't be asking you this question.
Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't watch it. Did
he say a plan then?
Yeah, he did.
What was the plan?
He said that he will help out.
Get out of here.
It's funny because he kept holding it on. Yeah, it said, you understand? And he said, what is it then? What is it then? And he's like, and in my mind, look, my friend, just lie.
You know what I'm saying?
Lie,
exactly.
Just lie.
Oh, man.
Just lie in this moment. when the
I'm
world is
saying?
watching. Just
You
lie.
have permission.
Richie ain't got no problem lying. You being lying, saying that you ain't railroad Diane Abbott, you ain't railroad Corbyn. You
Imagine.
been lying. So what's wrong with not lying now?
Keir's
real.
not strong. If Richie never had that baggage of the last 14 years, he would cook this man up.
100%.
Take him to the cleaners.
100%.
That's the next question.
Clean him up.
Easy.
So do you think, Emmanuel, because you've heard a lot or enough from Rishi to be a fan of Rishi's, right? You like his practical, pragmatic approach to fixing what his previous leaders broke.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not the biggest fan of his.
What don't you like about
He's
him?
calling him the GOAT this morning.
No, compared to Starmer, 100%. 100%.
What don't you like
100%.
about Rishi?
I mean, I don't agree with all of his plans. I don't particularly like the Rwanda thing. I don't particularly like...
Why don't you like the Rwanda thing?
because, like, I feel like there's other ways to actually sort out the problem rather than just sending people on a one-way trip to Rwanda. Don't get me wrong, I feel like the people who end up in Rwanda will actually like it in Rwanda because Rwanda's a beautiful African country. But, there's certain things that I just feel like the Conservatives, even under Rishi, I guess, haven't really handled in the best way. There's another thing that Rishi did. The National Service. Now, I don't necessarily think the National Service is the greatest plan because I don't think he's given us enough detail about it. I think on paper, and me just imagining the good about it, okay, fine. But because he hasn't also given us detail about it, it strikes me as something that could be absolute nonsense. So a lot of money will go into something that's just pure nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason he's giving me is because I believe it's going to help the country come together. What does that mean? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? So you could literally just be wasting a year of a child's life and squandering millions because of this so-called thing that's going to keep the country together. So yeah, just little things like that don't really make sense to me.
Did you hear how everybody laughed when he talked about the what was it called? Sign up to the army? For the young people?
That national service thing.
National service.
Yeah.
Did you hear how everybody laughed?
Yeah, straight away. Like Starmer was able to win that one, but I think the crowd just laughed, and, like, gave it to him pretty much because like I just said, like Sunak.
What, they laughed to his response saying like, oh yeah, we're going to sign up to the National Service.
He laughed
Yeah,
audibly.
straight away.
Audibly.
Straight
and
away.
he's like,
You can see his face was like, but you had to keep going. You had to keep going. But
what else was there?
Keir Starmer lied and said he doesn't use private health.
Mm.
Did you see that?
You,
I didn't see that part.
you think it was a lie? You think it was a lie? Does it matter if it was a lie?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're lying. Yeah.
So does it matter if Sunak was lying?
Sunak says he goes private health.
No, not for that. I'm talking about for the entire debate.
Oh.
Depends what you're lying about, innit? Because they all lie.
Good
Yeah,
shot.
they all lie, man. But remember, they tried to get onto Sunak. I think, I don't want to make things up, but I feel like they tried to get onto Sunak for using the whole private healthcare thing. You know what I'm saying? And not really being forthcoming about it initially. I believe there was a sit down where Sunak wasn't really clear about what he was doing. So to hear Keir now using private, but again, these
No,
things don't
Keir said
matter.
he uses NHS.
Yeah, but what has he changed it now to?
No, he was still saying that he uses NHS. He's like, my wife works for the NHS. I use NHS.
Okay,
So that's what he was doing.
but he was lying.
I believe he's lying. Of course he's lying. That nigga's got an account with Bupa.
You know what I'm saying? You know. Oh man.
So outside of this particular debate or the last 14 years of absolute bollocks, if Sunak and Keir were going head to head, you would go for Sunak, right?
Say that again. If there was no 14 years,
Yeah.
just based on this one round.
No, based on him.
He's sharper in a minute.
Yeah.
Not based on this one round. I'm
Okay.
saying, would you choose Sunak for Prime Minister if
Over
they
Starmer.
didn't have the 14 years of absolute bollocks?
Probably, because Starmer to me doesn't strike me as that leader, like I said, that I think will be amongst the other leaders, the big leaders of the world, that will actually be able to lead this country and be, you know what I'm saying?
Doesn't look like he holds weight. Doesn't look like he can stand up against the rest of the leaders.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't fill your confidence.
No.
And not to say Rishi does.
Yeah, exactly. But still, Starmer less so.
The challenger's got to make the difference. The challenger's not usually. It's harder for the challenger to win the belt on points. You get what I'm saying? It has to be a serious performance, and I don't know if he's capable of putting in that performance. Like he's gonna lose. No, he's gonna win. But it's for the most part, it's for stuff that Rishi didn't even do. Just get me. It's all his predecessors and that.
Yeah, because I mean, you just have to, because I guess I'm kind of looking at it like, the way I answered your question is like, I'm looking at it like, both of them have just got parties. There is no 14 years. There's nothing, right? And both of them, I'm listening to what they're saying, what they're capable of doing.
I'm unable to do that. And I think that was my takeaway, my biggest takeaway from this. I can't get past they need to be punished. Like, it doesn't matter what Sunak says, because I believe he's just going to say whatever he wants to say in order to basically stay, right?
Yeah.
But I can't forget the 14 years.
Yeah. No, but in your question, you're saying forget the 4 years. The 4 years don't exist. You know what I'm
but I've already moved on from that.
saying? Okay, cool.
Yeah, moved on from that. I'm saying it doesn't matter what I see or hear.
But this is why I'm saying
From
Labour's gonna
Starmer,
win.
it doesn't matter what I see. If he flops every single other debate, it doesn't matter, because Conservatives needs to be punished. That's where I stand. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's a loud statement I'm making.
I'm with Brent.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I hear you, I do.
If he flops, gives him blows left, right, and center, and he doesn't have the capability as Marx to basically cuss him whilst he's on the floor, it doesn't matter. They still need to be punished.
I'm with Brent, man.
What if that punishment comes with punishing ourselves?
They still need to be punished.
So be it, man.
They still need to be punished.
All right, I hear you.
So be it, man. You gotta be prepared, man. You gotta be prepared to go with the consequences, man. Repercussions is what it is, man. But I'm with Brent, man.
I hear you.
And I don't like neither of them. I don't like Keir, but that wouldn't feel right. That them lot could get another 5 years.
Yeah, 100%.
And that just wouldn't feel right. Just more of the same.
Yeah.
It's like English people are proper glutton for punishment. It's like we just enjoy moaning or something because you had the opportunity to try and change things. And who knows what's going to happen, whether it's for the better or for the worse. We don't really know. But you had the opportunity to look at something from a different angle and have a different go at it, and you didn't take it. You deserve everything you get, man.
Yeah. To be fair, I think this is why I've always said that like Labour will win this, but easily. I think Labour's going to win this very, very easily. And I agree with you guys, man. Like, it's time the Tories go. There has to be like a reset. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And to be fair, like I think I even said this in the People's Journal a few months, for the last 2 to 3 months, that Rachel Reeves has given me a bit more confidence in her ability as a chancellor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a lot of her changes are so radical in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know I care about the economics. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But it's just Starmer. He's the sticking point for me. At the same time, I have to big up, what's her name? His deputy, Angela Rayner. She's stepping out and doing things that's more Labour-like. So I like that. I respect her for that as well. So it seems like the Chancellor's doing her part, Rayner's doing her part. It's just the leader. You know what I'm saying?
Could they get him out of there once they win?
No, they won't. No. Don't think so.
Anything can happen, my friend. We've seen that with the, was it Chanting Chairs? What's that stupid game where you... Musical chairs. Musical chairs. We saw the musical chairs with the Conservatives for so many years. So 100% he can be get on.
But what would he have to do to be gone? Because
what did Corbyn have to do?
Corbyn would have to lead his country to victory. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm trying to say is...
I should have said Corbyn. I said, what did the others from the Conservatives have to do to get gone?
Yeah, but they flopped, innit? Like everyone was just
So he needs to flop.
No, but you remember, this is the reason why Boris did so well, yeah, in terms of him potentially coming back, is because he was the only one that won an election. So what I'm saying is, if Starmer wins this election, I don't see how you can get Starmer out of there as the leader.
I don't think he's winning.
Starmer?
I honestly... No, what?
Oh, you mean
I
based off
believe that
himself?
100%.
Okay, cool.
What I just said was what I just said.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the only person who feels that way.
Of course, yeah.
Even though they have no confidence in Starmer,
Yeah.
they just can't have Conservatives again, right? So I guess that was also what Boris was running on. He was running on NHS, I'll give the 360 million to NHS every single week, type thing. And then once his people found out it was lying, cool. Now you're moving so brazy, we need to get you out. And it was because he had a fortnight worth of defenders in that party. Like they were just, we will go to hell for this guy.
Yeah.
But then after a while, whatever he's doing, we can't be back in this. We can't anymore. And they started just dropping off bit by bit by bit by bit. And then obviously the wolf started circling, and then he was gone. I don't know if it will take so long for Starmer to get out there.
But let's also not forget to remember, sorry, to mention.
Can you call again, please?
It seemed like, I think I may have missed the beginning part, so if you know, please tell me, yeah, and the people. But it seemed like Labour's talking about taxing the pensioners.
So that's what Sunak said.
was saying, and he wasn't denying it.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Yes.
Morning. Yeah, good morning. Yes, on the Sunak. Hi, yeah, first of all, my name's Kofi. I've called before.
All right, nice. Thank you for calling.
No worries. On the Sunak-Starmer debate, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Starmer. And out of the two actual politicians, I probably would prefer Sunak. But I look at it the same way I used to look at Arsene Wenger at Arsenal. After that, as much as I loved Arsene Wenger, I love the coach. Brilliant coach. After a while, it was just bad. After about 10 years, it was bad. And as much as you say you want to train something or whatnot, he had to go.
Yeah.
And that's the same way I look at Sunak. As much as he's saying all this, trying to bring out all these new plans, the party, what they've done to the country with regards to Brexit, even with regards to the whole COVID crisis, they cannot be, as Brent said, they cannot be rewarded by winning another election. So that's why I feel they just have to go.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for 5 years, they can't be rewarded for failure.
Yeah.
It's similar to what Wenger. He couldn't keep being rewarded with failure. So yeah, that's the way I see it. I'm not a fan of Starmer. I really don't like the way the Labour Party have gone. But if I had to choose between the two parties, I would have to go with Labour, unfortunately.
Makes perfect sense. You know what? I like the analogy here because I was basically one of those people, and Brent will tell you, that love Wenger. Yeah, I didn't want Wenger to go, but that was mainly because I didn't like how people were disrespecting him and his legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after that, though, remember Arsenal kind of went through a very turbulent time, right? Until obviously,
it's true.
You know what I'm saying? Are we prepared for that potentially turbulent 4 or 5 years after the Tories are out?
Boy, it's gonna be tough. It's just gonna be tough. But the way I look at it, I know what I'm gonna get with the Tories. We might go through turbulence with Labour. It might be good. You don't know. But I know with the Tories, it's going to be bad. Even if Sunak wins, I'm not even sure he'll keep his leadership because they're going to try and put someone else in.
Oh, that's a good point right there,
100%.
Yeah. So he might win, and then they go, cool, you've done your job, get rid. Let's bring in Penny Mordaunt. So the country again go through changes. And I'm just tired of it, man. They've had, 5 prime ministers?
Yeah.
In what 5 years or something
5 years
silly?
or so, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, nah, man. Like, they cannot be rewarded for their nonsense. They need, they need to go at least for 5 years. And if they come back better, they might get my vote again. Yeah. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's going to be a really quick call, man.
Fantastic points raised. But you just said just now that they will get your vote again. So you voted Conservatives before.
No, I ain't voted Conservative before. I'm just saying in the future. I should have said that again, but I ain't voted Conservative before. I've seen their policies before. I haven't hated them all, but I can't vote for them now. Even though I'm not a fan of Labour, I really can't vote for them now.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. Yeah, it had to be a quick call. But yeah, thanks for
Amazing. Thank you.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Bye.
All right. Cool. We're gonna wrap up, and obviously there has been a part. Sorry, there will be a part 2, right? There will be a round 2. So definitely looking forward to that. But I do want to read out to you some of the YouGov polls, right? Based off of yesterday. So, the results according to YouGov, have basically said that it's very close, you know. So this is the public, right? So the results basically show a tie, with Rishi Sunak being seen as having given the best performance by 51% to Keir Starmer's 49%. So this is based again on yesterday's show, yeah. 1,657 viewers revealed how they feel, and yeah, man, Sunak edged it by, well, I guess 2%. Nevertheless, though, it says slightly more think that Keir Starmer performed well, 60%, than Rishi Sunak's 55%. And in the poll last week, we found that Britons had higher expectations of Starmer's performance than Sunak's. Also, how well do debate viewers think Rishi Sunak and and I've read that part already. Okay, cool. I just want to ask you guys this quickly, yeah. When it comes to, because yesterday we were talking about, I guess, the personality trait and the integrity of a leader, right? Where do you guys think these guys ranked when it comes to who was more trustworthy, likable, in touch with ordinary people, and who overall is more prime ministerial? So first one, trustworthy. This is according to the polls, YouGov polls. It's not everything, but you get what I'm saying. Who do you
Trustworthy?
think? Yes.
More trustworthy?
Yes.
Between a snake and a lizard?
Yes.
It's a dead rubber. It's a dead rubber, man.
Tie.
All right. Well, Starmer came across more trustworthy to people. 49%, Sunak 39%, and 12% said, I don't know. Likeable. Who came across more likeable?
Are you asking for me personally?
Yeah, to you, but also what you think the YouGov poll people said.
I think these men suck.
I agree, man. Retweet.
All right. Starmer came across 50% and more likable, man. Sunak,
This is all 14 years as well, because
Yeah.
this is just 14 years.
Yeah. That'll definitely, mess with the thingy. Who seemed more in touch with ordinary people out of the two? Remember, this is based on the debate as well. Well, it should be based on solely the debate.
I'd say Rishi.
More in touch with ordinary people.
Because you know what it is? At some point, it's not to say like he's like a working class man, boots on the ground or whatever, but you're saying ordinary people. At some point, you realise ordinary people need answers and certain things that they want to hear, and Keir still ain't got no plan. You know what I'm trying to say? And if he was more in touch with ordinary people, he would know that they need to hear something, and he would have lied yesterday.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, Rishi got more of a grasp of it.
All right.
My take is that it's also Rishi, but because I see Rishi like how I see you.
Who's the you?
You as an Emmanuel. What I mean by that is, let me qualify it. Let me qualify it.
Yeah.
I see him as he's a quote unquote straight talker. He will look to quote unquote call it like it is, even if he has never felt the actual friction of working for his bread. Right?
Okay.
You can look at something and you use your math and say 1 + 1 = 2. I don't have to be living in your environment
To know
I can
that.
yeah. So he'll be like, look, the best way, because he obviously believes in trickle-down economics, doesn't he? Wait, doesn't he?
I don't subscribe to trickle-down economics.
You 120% believe that if it is that you fix up here and make life good up here and put certain things in places, it's going to do that.
Yeah, it don't trickle.
So when I say he reminds me of you, if he's brought in to consult on a particular situation and he's asked to fix it, he will go for the most logical thing that he believes would fix it, right? That's why I said that in that relatable manner, for he'll be able to help you better than Keir would be able to help you, because Keir might be delusional or this, that, and the next. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
That's that only matter. When Keir tried to basically say Both my parents such and such, and I believe none
of it.
Like none of it. Even how it is, he basically formed his flipping skinny lips to say that. Didn't believe any of it. You understand? And it matters.
Yeah,
It matters.
For real.
Yeah.
Although it may be true though, innit? Because
Oh,
apparently,
100% it may be
yeah,
true.
but the way I fully get what you're saying.
And I'm
Fully get what you're
basing it
saying.
on you saying what do people say.
Yeah. Well, funny enough though, most people here
Went for
said Starmer.
Yeah.
They said 66% believe he was like 66%. He was more in touch with the ordinary people. 17% said Sunak, and 17% said I don't know. So it was really a big margin for Starmer. But the key question here is who seemed more prime ministerial, despite all of them things, or in spite of all those things. Who seemed more prime ministerial?
Sunak.
Rishi.
Which is crazy, because that's right. People are saying all these things. Starmer's more in touch with ordinary people. He's more likable. He's more trustworthy. They still said Sunak for prime minister.
No, because they want strength in it.
If this was equal playing fields, it'd be a wash, man.
This is what I'm saying.
It'd be a wash.
I don't know if it would be a wash.
I think it'd be a wash.
No, I don't know if it would be a wash. Only because he's still brung.
I hear you.
And the majority of them were like, no, I don't want to brung. The same way Kofi just called in, fantastic take, right? Yeah, he might, let's say if he wins, they'll quickly look to shift him.
He's gone anyway. He knows.
Yeah,
He's gone anyway. Because definitely if he loses, he's out on his ass in
100%.
The next day. But yeah, either way, they're looking to challenge that leadership. I think maybe if he wins, he'd have more chance of staying.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because to pull this back.
Yeah, if he wins, he might be calm. But in my mind, they lose this, they reshape the party and get themselves together for the next 4 years to make a run at it.
Yeah.
New leadership, new campaigns to run on the team.
So Femster sent something. I'm not sure, like what I'm supposed to take from it.
Okay.
Exclusive. The Chief Treasury. Maybe you might know about this. The Chief Treasury civil servant wrote to Labour 2 days ago saying that the 38 billion / 2000 tax attack should not be presented as having been produced by the civil service. He said he had reminded ministers of this. And then the letter is posted. Dear Darren, Opposition Castings, thank you for your letter dated 24th of May, 2024, regarding the presentation of opposition policy costings. As you will be aware, when costing the policies of opposition parties, HM Treasury and the wider civil service follow established guidance set out in the Directory of Civil Service Guidance. As per this guidance, the costings produced by HM Treasury and the wider civil service are published on the gov.uk website. As you will expect, civil servants were not involved in the production or presentation of the Conservative Party's document, Labour's tax rises, or in the calculation of the total figure used. I think what they're saying is that, we didn't give them this information. They made it up. In your letter, you highlight that the 38 billion figure used in the Conservative Party's publication includes costs beyond those provided by the civil service and published online by HM Treasury. I agree that any costings derived from other sources or produced by other organizations should not be presented as having been produced by the civil service. I have reminded ministers and advisors that this should be the case. So he's come out to say Rishi was lying.
Okay.
All right. That's cool for Labour then.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah, we shall see, man. Just a quick one as well. Cost of living, people said that they believed Starmer, I guess, did better when they were talking about cost of living. 51%, Sunak 38%. On the NHS, people believe Starmer as well, 61% to Sunak's 28%. On education, Starmer 52% to Sunak's 31%. Remember, they were talking about taxing private schools, hitting them with the VAT. Man, people are hating, man. Don't hate on the private school people. When it came to tax, though, everyone seemed to switch over and say, you know what, Sunak did better with regards to with regards to tax, 53% to Starmer's 32%. On immigration matters, people actually believe that Sunak's got a better plan, which is interesting. And again, that's on immigration, Sunak 45%, Starmer 42%. And with regards to climate change, of course, Starmer 48% to Sunak's 24%. So, yeah.
I understand why is that people think that Sunak has the better plan for immigration. Remember, they want immigration to stop immediately, but rightfully so. Starmer said, "Hey, you're saying you want it to stop, but during your tenure, it has risen."
Yeah.
So that was a fair point.
Yeah, but they believe that Sunak's got a better thingy, though.
Yeah, but he's trying to clean up what they've caused.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is that, like, the biggest thing that it seems Sunak's talking about is just the Rwanda thing. I'm surprised that that's something that people really gravitate to. You know what I'm saying?
How do you mean?
Like, because his main thing is Rwanda, yeah?
Yeah.
And yet that's still making people say, you know what, at least he's got a plan, like, for immigration. But Sunak's not talking about no plan. He's talking about smashing gangs, you know what I'm saying, and all that sort of stuff.
As in going to the root cause of it.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But Rwanda has been in the public eye for the longest while, and they are actively. Well, the public have seen them actively trying to force these particular laws through, even though it's illegal. In its I guess makings.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because everybody sees the Conservative Party as not wanting immigration anyway.
Yeah. True. Yeah. All right. Cool. I guess we are done with that, man. A quick thing though, with Nigel Farage being the leader now of the Reform Party, how do you feel like that's going to play into this particular election?
Did you see how we got milkshaked?
No.
Someone dashed a milkshake at him. You're smiling, right? What do you feel about that, Emmanuel? How do you feel about that? There's an immediate response because Nigel Farage is a bellend. But then the other response, though.
What's the other response?
Let's just say it was a pro-black activist.
How you can't...
And he got milkshaked by somebody who didn't agree with what you were saying.
That would be racism.
But this isn't.
No.
Because he deserved it.
Yes.
Do you see where I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
Our biases have decided to basically thwart logic and common sense and decency.
Happens every day.
We are 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind about that?
Nah, man. Being pro-black in a white country, it's about unifying, wanting better for your own, defending. It's not coming from a place of privilege. You know what I'm trying to say? Being pro-white in a white country is racism.
My immediate response was, I hope he gets milkshake thrown at him
Every day.
each and every day, right? But his people are saying that he's just standing up for us. Even though we're racist, he's standing up for us. If Emmanuel is in a position and Emmanuel standing up for us, I'm going to feel bad that he gets milkshake thrown at him, but
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm actually articulating my actual thoughts
Asking
properly.
for rights and to be treated like a good human being and to be seen as equals ain't the same as telling people, go back to your country. We don't want you here. You're stealing our jobs. You're low lives. You made the place dirty. It's not the same thing.
I agree. So he should always get milkshake thrown at him.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who normally throws the milkshake, we should always look to say freedom.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah.
Suppose that person is not being racist, but more so fighting for trans rights.
What do you mean? Should they get milkshaked? Fighting for trans rights? No, why should you? They're fighting for the right to be bigots.
Suppose that particular person is fighting for, and in fighting for trans rights, they are also looking to shit on OG women's rights.
don't know. If they're fighting for trans rights, but running on what reforms on.
No, not racist. Not racist.
Dash milkshake on them. Dash milkshake on everybody.
Fair. All right, so that's where we stand. Any racist people,
Milkshake.
And we look to go do GoFundMes for legal support for those who have pelted the milkshakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Legal. We'll provide legal attorney for them if that's what they need.
Fair. All right, cool. I'm just aware of my bias, innit? Like, I didn't flinch. I'm thinking, wait, he came out and he was like, I want to do a good thing.
Not everybody deserves compassion, man. Not everybody.
Fair. That's so interesting.
I'm sure we've got a supporter.
That's so interesting. Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
We
Yeah,
can.
we can hear.
Hi, good morning. It's KJ. How you doing?
Blessed and
All
highly
good,
favored.
thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Shall I tell you why Nigel Farage should have milkshake thrown at him by everyone? Literally everyone, race people, Arsenal, everyone. Because this was the same brother who was front running Brexit, spouting all this racist slander and all these fake numbers and all these EU laws and thing. And as soon as it landed, man fucked off to America. Yeah? The same man a month ago said that he wouldn't be back in politics because he wants to try and do his thing in America. But because he is spineless and because man has no source, no nothing, man had to come back here during a political climate of disarray and try and do his thing. Nobody should trust this man. This man doesn't know what he's doing. So everyone should throw milkshake at this brother every single day of his life.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
I hear you.
Milkshake in perpetuity.
All right. Thanks for that,
Trust
man.
me. Get it back in milkshake, blood. Anyway.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the call. All right, man. Let's move on.
All right, just bear in mind what I've told you guys. Whether high win or whether I'm out at 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Johnny. I love that saying,
All right, so our next headline, trigger warning on this one, a big trigger warning, guys. Sad, very sad. And a newborn baby girl, also known as baby Elsa, was found earlier this year, January. I'm not too sure if we spoke about this briefly in Newham in East London. Yeah, I think we did. DNA test confirmed that this particular baby Elsa, is the sibling of two other babies, a boy and a girl, who have both found also in similar circumstances in 2017 and 2019. So basically, the mum abandoned 3 of these kids. So sad, man. Despite appeals by the Met Police, the parents of these abandoned children have not been identified. The story is of great public interest because babies are very rarely abandoned in modern Britain. Baby Elsa remains in foster care while the older siblings, have now been adopted. The court granted special permission for the BBC and PA media to report the sibling link and that the children are black. Sad. Something's happening to that woman, Someone's doing something real bad to that woman to be in that situation. Next headline is what you guys spoke about, and this is about 2 people being arrested after Nigel Farage had a drink thrown over him while launching his personal election campaign in Clacton. The Reform UK leader was leaving a pub after media interviews when a woman appeared to launch the drink over his face and his suit jacket. Mr. Farage had kicked off his general election campaign in Clacton early in the day, promising to be a bloody nuisance in Westminster. His supporters clashed with protesters during the event, and obviously he described the moment as quite frightening. And yeah, man, like Brent's saying, everyone's seen it. And yeah, there's images out there showing this young woman throwing milkshake at Farage. And the last headline is Hezbollah is according to the deputy head of Hezbollah, right? Hezbollah is ready for war, but hopes to avoid further escalation while Israel faces challenges in maintaining security. So Sheikh Naim Qasem, who is the deputy chief of Lebanon's Hezbollah, stated that the group is ready for battle and will not allow Israel to secure any victories. Any Israeli expansion of the war on Lebanon would result in devastation, destruction, and displacement in Israel. While Hezbollah is not seeking to widen the conflict, it remains prepared for an all-out war if necessary. Hezbollah and Israel have been exchanging fire for the past 8 months, raising concerns about a wider conflict. The recent escalation includes Hezbollah launching attack drones at Israeli military barracks in response to an Israeli attack on Lebanon. Israel's war cabinet is discussing the northern front, emphasizing the need to ensure security for evacuated Israelis. And Israeli government spokesperson David Mencer stated that the current situation is not a sustainable reality. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills.
Just reading out the poll results.
Yes.
Question was Starmer versus Sunak, who won. 63% said neither. 26% say Starmer. Labour has got this. And 9% say Sunak, the Tories could come back. Thank you very much, my lovely AI.
Thank you for that. And yeah, Maggie said something. Big up Maggie. She said, I think the mother is being held captive. Yeah, man. Something's happening to that mum. Something's really happening to that mum, man. Sad. Yeah. That's it for the headlines, man.
All right, let's get into People's Journal.
All right. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give the news from an economics point of view. There ain't much to talk about, again, because we kind of spoke about the tax issues between the two, Sunak and Starmer. The only thing was about the £2,000 that Sunak kept labouring on about during the debate. And basically just wanted to tell you guys where this kind of stems from, right? And this is basically what Tories have been saying is Labour is planning £38 billion of unfunded spending, basically, and which is the equivalent of £2,094 per working household over the next 4 years. So obviously Labour's rejected this, right? Because the figures they say are based on Tories, political advisors, just assuming things, assuming this is where the money's going to come from, this is what it's going to spend it on, X, Y, Z, and that's what's going to account for an extra £38.5 billion in spending, which is unfunded. Hence, it will fall onto us, and that's why we're going to be spending £2,000 extra over the next 4 years per working household. So that's that thing I just wanted to clear up. And the next thing I wanted to quickly talk about, which is probably the only thing, and this is about the new banknotes. They're now in circulation, man. So you're going to be seeing your banknotes with King Charles on the front. Yeah, there's not much to talk about, to be fair. You can still use your old £5, £10, £20 and £50 notes, which have the late Queen on it, and stuff like that. But it is official now that the new notes have now entered into circulation. But obviously it may take some time before you see it in your wallets and your purses, especially as we're, using contactless and whatnot. But yeah, long story short, don't be surprised if you see it. And that's pretty much it, man. Like, just a reminder for those who may have suffered from not receiving their child benefit on Monday, like they should have. If you don't receive it today, make sure you chase up HMRC and let them know that the money you was due to get, you didn't get because of their error. And make sure you get your money, long story short. So yeah, just a reminder, if you know anyone that is getting child benefit, which is pretty much everyone's got a kid under 21.
Brent.
Then yeah, please remind them that they should be getting it today. And if not, they need to chase it up ASAP. But that's pretty much it for the People's Journal, man.
All right, then we're getting into more headlines.
Let's do it.
Sad. Are you sad?
I'm not sad, but he's obviously used it as
For clickbait.
Yeah.
So you fell for it, hook, line and sinker.
Who?
You.
How?
You just spoke about it with glee.
With glee?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Anyway, what Max has just showed me is a picture of the same woman who dashed the milkshake at Farage, cuddled up with him for a photo op.
So he knows it. It's all
So
a
people
PR
are saying
stunt.
it's a PR stunt.
Probably was, man. Now we've got to get some real milkshake thrown at him. But yeah, sorry. More headlines? More headlines. Let's go.
All right, guys. So our last set of headlines, and this is just like a continuation, an update of what we spoke about when this first came in front of us. And this is about Hunter Biden, who's the son of President Joe Biden. He's currently on trial in Delaware. So the jury consists of 7 men and 5 women, with the majority being black. This trial is unprecedented in U.S. history, as no president has ever faced a situation of having their own child on trial. So Hunter Biden faces 3 federal charges related to his purchase of a revolver in 2018. The charges include making false statements about his drug use on application forms and also illegal gun possession. If convicted, he could face up to 25 years in prison and also pay fines of up to $750,000 as well. The trial is likely to delve into details about his crack cocaine addiction as well. President Biden has expressed confidence in his son's resilience during this adversity. Next headline, trigger warning on this one, guys. Big trigger warning. And the UK's most senior police officer, Sir Mark Rowley, emphasised that violence against women and girls should be treated with the same seriousness as terrorism or organised crime, 100%. So Mark highlighted that there are hundreds of thousands of men in Britain who pose a threat to women and girls. He called for treating this issue as a national security threat due to the harm caused by predatory men in communities. While 34,000 men face allegations in London, nationally, approximately 800,000 women have been sexually assaulted, according to the crime survey for England and Wales. Separate estimates from the National Crime Agency suggest that 750,000 men pose a sexual threat to children. Sir Mark urged future governments to allocate resources proportionately to combat this problem, similar to resources allocated for terrorism and organised crime. His statements followed the Angiolini inquiry's finding about that officer Wayne Couzens, who was a serial sexual predator despite a history of sexual depravity. And our last headline takes us to Nigeria, where we spoke about this yesterday, but it's a bit more of an update. Nigeria's trade unions have suspended a general strike by the public sector workers that paralyzed economic activity. The decision came after the government promised to increase the national minimum wage to at least 60,000 naira per month, which is the equivalent of £32. While the offer falls below the $330 demanded by the unions, it represents a doubling of the current minimum monthly wage. The strike led to the shutdown of the country's power grid, leaving millions without electricity. I don't know what's different. Many flights were cancelled at Lagos Airport and also in the capital, Abuja. Government and union representatives will now meet daily for a week to continue these negotiations. Some civil servants expressed disappointment with the offer, calling for higher wages to cope with the rising costs. Aviation unions said in a statement that they had directed members to withdraw their services in compliance with the indefinite strike. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Time to pay the bills.
All right, then let's get into the reaction. So there's nothing.
Yeah, there was just one guy that passed away. He's a boxer. But yeah, basically had a motorbike crash. Yeah, so his name is Andy Tham. He's 28. He was riding a Kawasaki bike when it was involved in a collision with a Hyundai Tucson car in North Lanarkshire on Thursday evening. Yeah, man. They took him to Glasgow's Queen Elizabeth Hospital, but he died on Sunday, man. So he was a Scottish featherweight champion last September. He beat Jack Turner. But yeah, sadly passed away, man. But that's pretty much it.
You're saying all this is old news?
Yeah.
No reaction, people. Nothing to reaction. It's a slow news night.
Mm-hmm.
Not tonight. Tomorrow. Someone will have to talk about it till Friday, actually. NBA Finals, Game 1. It won't be till Thursday night, so Friday we could talk about that. Internationals?
Somebody wants to know what your team of the season is, from goalkeeper through to forward.
We're in the Prem.
And the biggest news that came out yesterday was Man City suing the Premier League. They say that there isn't any news, so it's bollocks.
Well, if it's not in the deck, I can't see it. But yeah, let them sue them, man. What's that, civil war? That's a bit rude, isn't it?
Who do you think the other team is that was back in City?
Probably Chelsea.
Could you imagine if it? Can you imagine?
It's probably Chelsea. They're going at it. That's just all. What's that in? Just to try and delay all the nonsense and all that. If you just
Well, it's
filibustering.
June or July the 10th is when it is that they're going to be going to trial.
For the suing.
I believe so.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. But do you reckon anything's going to come of that?
I think it has to at this point because you've now said you who's in charge, and yes, you may have been fake in charge before, but now the world is seeing up your skirt because we are saying we are big and powerful. 100% they need to basically do something. That's what I'm saying anyway. They have to do something.
We'll have to see. I know it's a lot of charges.
This is Great Britain now. That's
all these other teams just
on
get dealt
display.
with so quick. I know it's a lot of charges, but surely they got all their ducks in a row by now. It's just something weird about it.
I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Because they would do. It's an ongoing case. It's been going on for enough long. They've had the information for ages. They've got their ducks in a row.
I feel as though they've, for the longest while, they've known that they've done something bad 115 times. And they're just looking to, we're getting a lot of money over here. What's going to happen if we do this particular thing? But now they've said, so you've been giving us grace. We're not going to go on the offensive. That's how I see it. You can't, after all of this, now look to be like, sorry. Because the rest of them, the entire footballing world, they're going to riot.
Yeah, they're on them. But even then, it's like City are too big, too powerful, too influential. Whatever the repercussions are of this, whatever the sanctions are, they're going to be too big to give to a team like City.
I never thought that Barcelona would pop down.
Yeah, but they popped down, but they're still in their league. Like they're threatening regular relegations and bans from Europe and all these kind of things. Like with the seriousness of the charges, with the amount of them, and you get a full force of the law. It could be big.
This is the home of football, bro.
So you're saying they have to do with it?
I think they have to.
Yeah, but don't pop down everything and get City out of here, man. Don't do that.
Why? Because that would mean... Because if it is that they do, they will have to take the belts from them, innit?
Yeah, but that's just rubbish. That's just rubbish.
Why is it rubbish?
Because if you can't beat City, that's on you lot, man. Like, that's just rubbish, man. That's rubbish.
So everybody basically saying that we should have won this season, right? By all rights. Because City's been cheating. And the narrative, I didn't create the narrative. I did not create the narrative.
I don't agree with that.
The great British commentators, the ones that you guys call heritage, they would say that. I was keeping my mouth stum. So if they pull it, we might have to have a parade, bro.
I don't agree with that. Could I even make up a team of the year? Was I even concentrating? I hate football so much. Vicario in goal. Carl Walker right back. Gabriel and Van den Ven centre backs. These are just players that I like, that I just liked throughout the season at some point. Destiny left back. Rice and Rodri in the middle. Or three in the middle. Odegaard. Cole Palmer on the right. Who through the middle? Haaland got all them goals. I just feel like I never saw none of them. Ollie Watkins, maybe. Who played good on the left, Brent? Vinicius Jr. There you go. Who played good on the left wing?
You've got to go with oh boy, innit? You've got to go with him.
Who?
Timber. I'll show you, obviously.
Trossard. I thought you were going to say Trossard.
Nah.
This season wasn't a good season for me, man. Football was messed up.
Yeah, he wasn't watching too much football. Wrong person to ask.
Not as much as you.
Maybe next year. Because you go again next year, innit?
Yeah, start fresh.
Yeah.
Start fresh, we go again.
Optimistic, hopeful. You know how it goes.
You know we're going to win top 4, baby.
I do want to revisit the whole Man City conversation if it's going like they are going to get their belt stripped from them. I'm saying belts and purpose. People don't think I'm stupid.
You can't strip it from them. I don't want it to strip it from them, man. You don't want them titles either. Like, what the titles are void.
Sorry, it's my friend. If it is a cheated, it cheated.
Would you take?
Cheated.
So if they said you finished second 2 years in a row, so then titles are yours. Are you taking them?
It was our trophy. They're borrowing our trophy at this point.
Are you taking them? Are you coming on this platform talking about these are the league winners?
I can't fight nature, right? If this is what God wants, this is what God wants. I know you guys will perpetually say that it didn't count, just like how you'll say the Liverpool trophy didn't count.
What, the COVID trophy?
That's what. There you go.
That bubble ring. You know, don't care about that shit, man.
But the thing is, the best thing to come from this is what happens next year, because Man City won't be able to cheat anymore. And that means it's time for Arsenal dominance. It's time for Arsene Wenger. You see what I'm saying? It's literally Arsene Wenger type 2. It's time for him to shine. World shine. World shine. I'm telling you, the best manager in the world. Oh my God.
All right, cool. Let's end this here.
Let's end it.
Let's get into that.
Outro.
Okay.
Oh, is that not here?
I mean...
Probably.
Let's press it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Let's press it, Brent. Let's see what we got. No, I don't like calling people names. Don't use derogatory terms like dumb. But let's see if this man is dumb.
Assistant Public Defender
Oh my God.
He's not done it here.
Huh?
He's not done it here.
This man here.
Nope.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
This is my bookmarks and I was going to send him to
Actually,
to
I'm
be
pulling
done.
into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
I'm shaking his head. I don't know what to do.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Oh,
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended, and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
oh.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
He's done.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate.
He didn't know what to say because at that point he knew he was done at it as well. Like, and he's in his mind, he didn't know what to say, bro. He didn't even know how to move
He's
his
not
face.
done out here.
Talk to me.
Their developments. There was a clerical error, and he had done his time ago, and he just didn't adjust it.
Are you sure?
Yes, it came out, and then people were saying, "Would you like to sue?" Because you've now been made a fool of like worldwide now. And he was like, think about it.
But it looks like he himself didn't know that.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't know that. To be honest
No,
with
he
you.
did. He's wondering, how could you be saying that? Because he's dumbfounded. I've already served my time, but now you're telling me that on my record it's saying I can't drive? He's puzzled. He's confused.
Are we sure?
Check, please.
No, I don't know if to check. I just, you know me, I just cross reference with the chat. If the chat's saying you're right, then I'll say you're
Is that
right.
where you're going?
That's just where I was going. I just
Alright, okay.
wanted him to say, look, he didn't have a suspended license. They wronged him.
Just imagine if you didn't have a DNL in the chat. What would you then say? You'd get in it.
Yeah.
So my word calls for nothing.
Jungle justice. No, man
Yeah,
said-
see, even Femson said that. His lawyer also didn't know. Nobody knew, you know.
Double O saying he also works for the church. He's like, I'm piling on now. He's not trying to save his skin. I don't know what the fuck that got to do with anything. But man said the lie is more entertaining than the truth. It's true, man. All right, cool. Then is it true? It's true, Brent. I'm taking your word for it. You're in DNL.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not done it here, but it was fairly entertaining, man. It was fairly entertaining. It was funny while it lasted. Because that was killing me. That was killing me. I'm like, this
They've
brother
really
is
memed him.
sick.
They've memed him.
Yeah, nah, he's sick. Because in my mind, I'm saying, how can you be so sick? Like, fakes? Because he's driving while on the phone illegal
He
in
said,
America.
Wait a minute. He said, wait a minute. I'm just pulling up.
He's got he's stationary. He goes like, I'm right now. I was saying, what?
He said, go. Go.
Oh, that's crazy. All right, cool. He's not done it here, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. He bust case, man. He's innocent. He's innocent. Let's get into our outro. Done him dirty. That meme ain't never going anywhere now as well.
That's all.
Thank you for tuning in, man. Another great show, another great episode. You know it's Wednesday, so it's always going to be short and sweet. You're not going to get used to these 2-hour shows in the morning anyway, man.
That's what it's supposed to be.
This is literally is what it's supposed to be, innit?
Yes.
Unless there's a guest, I'm out of here in 2 hours. 2.5 max. Like max every morning. So you don't just get used to this, man. Watch this space. But thanks to everybody that took part. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Make sure you don't like the video, share, subscribe it, tell a friend to tell a friend, because we feel like you've been telling your friends about this recently, getting too comfortable and just taking it for granted. It just seems like everybody knows that we're here every morning.
Don't let him get on to you, people. He doesn't share the videos.
2 wrongs don't make a right, bro.
Can you imagine?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Typical Nigerian.
2 wrongs don't make a right. But yeah, people, man, we'll be here in the morning, same time, same place, the day after.
Peace.
Peace out.